Hi and welcome to Bigfluffyellowduck's eBay channel. This is where I talk to you and give you some advice on what's best and how to list on your eBay channel. So let's get on it. Today we're doing a clothes special, and this really clothes do really well on eBay. It all depends what you're wanting to sell and what you're going to sell, but they usually do really well because people are always looking for a bargain. And you can get them really cheap, even though you can actually buy clothes from the high street now at bargain prices in such as Primark, H&M, but eBay is usually the best place to sort them. Things like baby clothes, they do really well. Kids clothes, really, really good. Adult clothing do well if it's a make, such as like Next, one of the designers, and you can usually get them at bargain prices. So what I'm going to do is take you through some clothes that I've got to list at the moment, just to show you kind of what kind of clothing you can list, what does well. So first of all, I have got a little girl's dress. It's quite pretty. All kinds of for listing, your best source is always to have a look and find the label. The label should tell you where it's from. It should give you all your details, because you need to list, preferably if you can, you need to list where it's actually been made, what material it is. This is like 100% polyester. It'll give you washing instructions and all that, sizing. This is a H&M dress, and H&M sizes are a bit different to ours. But if you usually go, you kind of measure up to ours. This is US 7 to 8, so it's similar. Or you can go the Euro sizes, which is Euro 1 to 8. But it's a little dress and it's got a little frill. And it's best to try and describe it the best you can so that people will see. And this has got quite a pretty little pictures. Great for any little girl. It's quite a bit of frill. So you have to really try and describe it accurately. And you really want to try and put it on as best you can, which is hard to describe something that that is there in your hand. Now, little girls, I've got here, I've actually got leggings. Leggings do well because you usually can sell them cheap, so people really like them. And you've got to think about whether it's not where you want to try and make a profit, whether you're just getting rid of things, which these, I'm just wanting to, sell, make room. I don't really want to just chuck them out in the bin. I think that's a waste. To me, they should be going to someone who will need them, who'll use them for a couple of quid. These are George ones, so George Asda 89s, and these are in good condition. There's no real bobbling or marks, and you've got to make sure you add all that down in your description. You've got to be able to say that. I've also got some grey ones, which are similar again, George 8 to 9, grey ones. So again, any faults you need to be describing. What else have I got? These. I've got some black leggings here for little girl. Again, they're George 8 to 9. They're all a bit short for my daughter now because she's got quite long legs, so she's kind of grown out of them. Right, what have I got here? There, another pair of black leggings. You've got to watch with leggings. These are Primark 8 to 9. So Primarks are usually reasonable priced. But if you look at these are a bit shorter, so these ones must be cropped leggings. They're a little bit shorter than the others. You can measure them up. And then, going into it, I've actually got some little black shorts. These are more like school gym shorts. These are Nutmeg, which is Morrison's 7 to 8. So these are in quite good condition. I don't think she's ever worn them really. So you can put them down. Those will probably sell together because they are a set. Black again. No marks. They're quite good condition. Got denim shorts. These are dog knows, 8 to 9 years now. I had to buy these for a play that she was in. She wore them the once for the actual play. I never wore them again. So they're good condition. I actually got these off eBay for a couple of quid. Well, it was about £4 or some £4 or £5 I spent on them. And then the packaging on top, postage. So they're in quite good condition again. Ruffles, you have to explain. You have to note it all down again. Look for the tag. Explain about got lining. You know, good condition. Let me see. I've got this. Now this is a 90. This is the Trolls on a 90. Now this has been well worn, and it has got some bobbling and some wear on it. Bit of bobbling. Someone out there, some little girl though will love it. But again, I don't know if you can actually, bit of bobbling there on the sleeve. So still okay condition, still okay to wear. But you know, you've got to make people aware of that in your condition. I would probably put okay condition, some wear and light bobbling, or wear and bobbling, you know. You'd have to mark that down. That's a reversible one, which is good condition. I've got a few jumpers here. Now this one, as you can tell, my daughter's name is Sophie. So this is a kind of a personalised one. So this might be harder to sell because there's only people out there called Sophie that will want this jumper, but it doesn't fit her any longer. All the details are there on the tag. So, as I say, things like that might be harder to sell. You'd have to describe it. This is in good condition because again, she's hardly worn it. On the back, it's got a hoodie. But again, you might not get as many people wanting to buy that because it's personalised and has a name on it. Another jumper. Unicorn stuff is very popular at the minute with young girls. So I would suggest when your child has finished with their clothes, try them on eBay, see if you can get out. Because, as I say, that's sparkling there. They are very popular things at the moment. Little girls love unicorns, as you can tell there. Now this is a Primark top, and it looks a small top, you can see. So it's actually like a cropped one. It only goes to mid-waist, just to the top of the waist. So again, you have to kind of add that in, that it's a cropped top, so people aren't expecting full length. But usually when you list them, you do put that all in the description and click on all the boxes so that it asks you for the full length and things. An owl jumper, again, with the sequins, it can turn. Been well worn, but again, I would say good condition, and it's got a bit of wear on the back, but not much. It's not bad condition, but again, I put like that there's light wear on it, so people are aware that they're not getting it in absolute pristine condition. Now, so what else have I got? This onesie. Little girls love onesies at the moment. Again, too small for my daughter. This has got a cute little, it looks like a cat, but it actually has a unicorn horn. So this would kind of have, have listed this in a minute, but it's quite hard to describe that because, so I've just said it's a unicorn, but it does look like a cat face. Very warm, very long. It's got cuffs, so describe them, material, describe it all, and the back, that the picture pattern goes all the way around. Be as truthful and factual as you can, because people need the information when they're going to actually put a bid in on your stuff. Now, coats. Because we're in the new school year, Sophie has grown out of all her coats, so we've got some new ones. So these are old ones. So this is a light summer jacket, which again, I'm going to list it and describe it well. I have to say about the gold pattern on it and the lining. The lining is bubbly, a little bit of bubble there. So I'll have to describe that again, say that it's got a bit of wear, just so people are aware, and that when they sell it to them, when they receive it, they don't think that you've misled them. That's the whole thing about listing on eBay. You don't want to mislead people. Got a bit of a thicker coat here. big fairy hood with pockets. You have to describe all that, the pockets. Good jacket. Some little girl would love that. That's why I don't really want to throw it out, and that's why I will be listing, because it seems such a shame to list it. To get rid of it. There, another jacket, pink, with fuzzy hood. Nice silky line in there. I think this is another nutmeg, I think, yeah, nutmeg, Morrison's jacket. Sleeves. So a little bit of wear on the sleeves, but I would be listing that and saying correctly so people are aware. Now let's just say about, now I have got, this is a school jumper with the school badge on, but unfortunately these are quite hard to sell because it's only for that certain school because they've got a badge on. Charities usually won't take things like that, you know, in the charity bags that come round your door, or, you know, places. So it's finding somewhere locally that will take it. Sometimes schools will take them back to use them for other people. Ours don't think they'll really do a service like that. I might list it, I'll see. I have tried putting it on Facebook to see if any friends have wanted, but no one's answered yet. So I will keep an eye on that. Now, as I was saying, baby clothes, isn't that so cute? Baby clothes are really popular because the little suits that, you know, people can get for a couple of quid, they don't want to spend too much on things because they soon grow out of them. Look at the size on that. So I've got that. That's the last of my baby stuff I think I've got to sell. This is a Tweety Pie one. Just mention that it's got a button fastening neck, easy to get them in and out of it when they're squirming about. I think this is, let me see, this is a 0 to 3 months, very small baby. There we go. Most of the time I list them for 7 days on the auction, and then after that I'll put them onto the buy it now, so let people make an offer on them, and then I'll give them a couple of months on that, and then just really try that. I will usually then just take them off and give them to send them to charity, or, you know, something like that. Clothes you can take to the clothing banks. I prefer not to. I prefer people out there to actually, you know, go to a good home. But unfortunately sometimes you can't do that, and you can't have things staying on your eBay for years and years, otherwise you'd end up with about 200 listings, and that's quite hard to manage. I have got some hats. There you go. This is a New York hat that's she used to school in the summer. So gold digger hat, that says. So I will see about that. This is a bit of a flattened hat, but I'll perk it up a bit. It's quite a pretty detail around there, so I will try and list that and describe it. A little hat. Little thing, good for the winter. You've got to remember about your seasons as well. With the winter coming up, this is a nutmeg, 7 to 10 years. The winter coming up, people will be looking for a bargain and thinking that they need like a winter hat. So ideal time to get it on, listed. Really. Last thing, actually, let's talk about these wellies. Now I don't know if your child is like mine, but we quite often buy a wellies, and she uses them once or twice, and then next time when we come to use them again, that she's grown out of them. So these ones, she used them once for horse riding. They are cleaned. She used them once for horse riding, and that's been it. We went to put them on the other day because she needed them for a school lesson. She needed her wellies, and they don't fit. These are actually size 12, very sparkly with the nice little thing on the back there. I can't remember whose they are, but I think they came from somewhere like Sainsbury's or the supermarket. I'm sure they were. I say somewhere, just as made in China. But they're very sparkly, very nice. So things like that, you know, hasn't been worn, very good condition. Odd little bit of muck on the bottom, but you expect that from wellies. You give them a clean up. They will go, not for a massive amount of money, but a couple of quid. probably, you know, you might be able to get a 5 on them upwards. And really you should be able to just put them in a shoebox, you know, in a shoebox like that, you should be fine. For sending, that would be probably just still a small parcel rate. You'd have to check and measure your box. I will be doing a video on postage and packaging at some point soon. And they should go quite well. So any of the little things like that. And I think at the moment that's all my clothes for the time being. Just to show you. I haven't got any adult ones at the moment on to show, but basically the main option with the main advice I can tell you about selling clothes is really just to be truthful. Describe any little wear, tear, any little marks. Look at the label, write down exactly what it says, put on what the material, what it's made out of, you know, if it's medium, large, what size. Really, you can't go wrong, because clothing, as I said, is a good seller. People always want a bargain. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me again on my next special. We'll be doing toys again, because it is nearly coming up to Christmas, and that's the perfect time to be listing toys. I've got some soft toys I need to do, and we'll be doing that soon. So for now though, just take a little look in the description below. That'll give you my eBay channel. And as we always say, if you'd like to, please subscribe to get notifications of when my next video is coming out. Give me a like if you let us know if you actually like what I've talked about. And yeah, see you again. Bye.